Alright guys, I'm back now. Got my water right here. Okay, continuing right along. I wouldn't say that I'm happy with her attempts to get me into the student council, but I'm a little curious about what the student council does here. I've never been on one before, or even know anybody who was a member, so it interests me. I also kind of like Shizune and Misha, so maybe it wouldn't be so bad. Okay, Hee-chan, how about Risk? The game of world domination. I don't know what that is. It's really fun, Hee-chan. You fight for control of the world with armies and everything. Sounds like Shizune would be good at it. If you want to play, we can after school. Ah, really, Shi-chan? We can play just for fun, Hee-chan. Shi-chan hasn't played in a long time, so if you want to, there are no strings attached. Well, okay. Okay, perfect. We'll see you after school in the student council room then, Hee-chan. Wait, why there? Because that's where we keep the game. I grimaced to tell them about how much I do not like this, but it's more for show than anything. So, in the end, I agree, but only after getting Shizune to acknowledge that I don't mean anything concrete, just by accepting to take a look around and play a game with her. Lunch ends, and we go back to class. During afternoon classes, the long-haired girl comes back and sits down in her seat without a word. Again, no one seems to notice, or if they do, no one says anything. I want to ask Misha about it, but I don't want to be nosy. After school, Shizune and Misha quickly find me by the first floor lobby and latch onto me, covering each flank in case I might try to escape. I feel a little offended, but I've been considering it. Nevertheless, I'm a bit disturbed that enough people have made a break for it in the past that they're on their guard. What's with the escort? This doesn't make me feel very comfortable. In fact, it makes me feel like a dangerous prisoner being transported to a cell. What's wrong, Hee-chan? That's right, we're just going to go play a game of Risk, remember? I don't know, Misha, this all seems a little sinister to me. I start thinking that when we sit down to play the game, they'll tie me down and torture me until I agree to join the student council. Well, that's highly unlikely, but still, for some reason, it just seems like it would be so plausible. Sorry about that, I gotta crack my fingers. Ouch. Getting to the student council room is as simple as turning 2 corners from where we started. What? That's it? This makes you guys being so on top of me seem a little silly. That's not true, Hee-chan. Shi-chan says that when their life is threatened, people have shown the capability to pull off superhuman bursts of speed. Life is threatened? Her expression unchanging, Misha signs something amusedly to Shizune, which makes a baffling face and puts her hands behind her back, looking pleased with herself. Misha feigns deafness and hums cheerily. Stop that. I know you heard me. You have no excuse, unlike Shizune. Oh, so this is what it looks like. Shizune opens the door to the student council room. It's a very plain, sparsely decorated room, although it is quite large, maybe even a little larger than the classroom. There's a big table in the center surrounded by chairs, and a smaller desk prominently placed in the back that I assume is Shizune's. There are a few regular desks and chairs stacked to one side as well. Extras, perhaps? Hang on, guys. Wait. Aside from the tables and chairs, the room doesn't have much else to offer. Just a couple of filing cabinets and bookshelves stacked with old school records and documents. Not much else. In fact, nothing else. This is a pretty bleak room. They could have at least put a potted plant in here. Oh, sorry about that. Fucking flies everywhere. Anyways. They could at least put a potted plant in here, or something. But the most noticeable thing that this room doesn't have is other people. Are we early? No. What do you mean, no? Does it mean nobody else is coming today? Yeah, that's right. Before I manage to ask why that's the case, Shizune claps her hands together very energetically. Hee-chan, let's play Risk. Come on, you promised, didn't you? You have to. Okay. Do you want to know the rules? We can explain it to you while we set everything up. While Misha is talking, Shizune takes out what looks like a board game from behind one of the filing cabinets and throws it on the table. Actually, this looks kind of interesting. After Misha spends a little too long for her liking running through the basics with a somewhat vague and confusing tutorial, Shizune cuts in and declares the game has started with a decisive motion, slicing her arm through the air. Shizune's aggressiveness is rubbing off onto me. I start feeling more competitive than I intended to be when I agreed to this. Halfway into the game, while I try to ponder how to defend against Shizune's assault from two fronts, she breaks my concentration by drumming her fingers on the table to get my attention. Hee-chan, Shi-chan wants you to know that you are taking too long to make a move. Shi-chan also says that she will let you keep Australia if you agree to join the student council. I thought this was a game with no strings attached. Just the fact that she would dangle that over my head as an offer means that she knows I care about the outcome of this game. And anyway, no! Shi-chan admires your fighting spirit and would be a benevolent dictator who will spare your people if you agree to join the student council. You're so competitive, Shizune. She seems to take this as a compliment. I would expect the student council president to be a little more, wow. I'm gonna butcher the pronunciation of this word. Magnanimous. Magnanimous? She doesn't seem to know what the word means or how it's signed, so she pulls out a piece of paper and writes it for Shizune, who in return signs it back to Misha. Misha presses her index finger against her temples as if trying to physically imprint the word into her memory. Suddenly, Shizune bursts into a flurry of gestures. Misha looks daunted by the pace of her heated signing. Wait, please, slow down, Shi-chan. Hee-chan, Shi-chan says you're going to lose. Tell her I will crush her world empire with my rebellion. Okay. Those eyes of hers shine with childlike mischief. Sorry, that's my chair, I swear. She says you have no chance if you keep playing like this. No, you won't. She has a point. Attack aggressively. It's a trap. It's smarter to play defensively here. What am I gonna do? This sort of fell off. Sorry, I think I should stop recording real quick. Sorry, this sort of fell off. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Okay, so now we're back to this. It's a trap is smarter to play defensively here, or she has a point, attack aggressively. I think I'll go defensive. It's likely that she's just trying to psych me out. Looking at the board again, I have a pretty good defense setup, and I'm not going to wreck it by doing something reckless. A few turns later, I lose the game anyway. Well, fuck! Can I load here? Let me see. Load the game, see what happens. Ah, no, I can't. Okay, because I didn't save it. I think I should get into the habit of saving. I mean, I used to get into it with Final Fantasy and every other game that I played, but I just didn't think it would happen here. Anyway, a few turns later, I lose the game anyway. Can I go back? Okay. Can I change my decision? Ah, damn. Okay, I can't. Shizune adjusts her glasses victoriously and allows herself to tentatively pump a fist in the air in celebration. Hee-chan, you lost when you allowed me to take North America. I mean, Chi-chan, not me. Getting control of North America is ambitious because it provides a 5-army bonus, but you can attack it from 3 fronts, so you must defend them all. I thought you'd have more guts. How disappointing. Bitch, I swear to God. Ambition, Hee-chan. Your play needs to be more daring. Ambition. Ambition! I was really excited when you took South America, but then you switched to playing defensively just because you gained a small advantage. That's no good, Hee-chan. You didn't take enough risks, and when you did, you didn't follow through. That's terrible, Hee-chan. Damn. What's it to her if I play too carefully? There's no need to rub it in my face. Speaking of in my face, I wonder if you'd be any good for the student council. What's this, reverse psychology? I guess I don't have to worry about joining or not if that's in that case. Giving up just like that? I expected more of you. Seriously, is Shizune trying to taunt me into joining the council? Besides, I don't even want to join. It's only my 2nd day and I can't make that kind of commitment. I haven't even taken a look at any other clubs yet, and these two, they're a little weird. Fine, I'll consider joining the council, but I want to take a look at the clubs before I decide. Really, Hee-chan? You're not just saying that to make us feel better. Yeah, I'm just not sure with that I want to. Aww. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, Hee-chan, but we're not going to give up so easily. You said maybe. There's still a chance that you'll come around. Come on, we really have fun. We could play more Risk, and maybe one day you could beat me, unless we graduate before that. That doesn't make me feel any less reluctant about joining, you know. Surely you're not that horrible at board games. Maybe we can play a game, you know, then, to give you a handicap. I might have said that just to make you feel better after all. Aw, that's cold, Hee-chan. I take a glance at the clock and realize I've spent far longer playing Risk than I expected. Sorry, I think I have to go. I wanted to go to the library. It's not closed yet, is it? Shizune scratches her head and gestures at Misha. How hard can it be to determine whether the library is open? There's a clock right there on the wall. It should be, unless the librarian is absent. I think you're right, Shi-chan. We think the library is open. It's on the 2nd floor. Can't miss it. Do you want us to show you where it is? No thanks, it's okay. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. What the what is up with these paintings? What the hell? What's up with this creepy-ass painting? Why this creepy-ass painting? There's no need for this creepy-ass painting. Stop with the fucking paintings. Weird fucking paintings. What time of fucking... Never mind. Okay, one flight of stairs up and I run into problems. Please do not have another heart attack. The 2nd floor hallway is a carbon copy of the 3rd floor one. Wide, of course, and plain like only hallways can be. The problem is that the library's whereabouts are not as easy to determine as one would think. The classrooms are marked with signs stating which class they belong to, but then there is a plethora of other unmarked rooms. Is the library one of them? Or is it just somewhere down the hallway? I bet on the latter and choose my direction at random. After I turn around the corner, an unmarked door draws my attention because it's not closed. It's not open either, just barely ajar so that I can see it's open and nothing else. It would make sense for the library door to be invitingly open, and while this one is not quite that, it's good enough. Sorry. At the very least, it means that someone's inside and I can ask for directions no matter how embarrassing that is. I gingerly push on the center of the door with my fingertips, every muscle in my arm ready to pull back at a moment's notice. The feeling of being an outsider to this school can't be shaken from my mind, so much that so much so that I instinctively that let me try that again. The feeling of being an outsider to the school can't be shaken from my mind, so much so that I instinctively fear doing something wrong by entering. That's a farting noise. The door slowly creaks as if groaning from a deep sleep, though it is much easier to open than I'd anticipated. I'm just gonna get a real quick drink, guys. Leaning over and poking my head even ever further inside to gain sight of the room as fast as possible, the meek "hello" on my lips is quickly snatched away. Whoa, okay, I'd like to meet a random blonde in an empty room like that. I mean, okay. This is not what I was expecting. I mindlessly let the door open to its full extent, taking in the sight of the solitary figure taking center stage in the otherwise abandoned room. The situation steals my voice, leaving me standing at the doorway staring at the beautiful girl. Evidently having taken her time to assess the situation, the girl gently puts down her teacup and opens her eyes, but doesn't look at me. "Hello there. May I help you?" Yeah, I said that right. Okay. Staring directly in front of herself, the movement of her lips seems to break the silence rather than the words. However, it's the soft, measured voice that reminds me she's a being separate from the room itself. Not only is she likely the tallest girl I've ever laid eyes on, but even among the foreigners I've met, she's strikingly distinct. Hang on, someone's texting me. Here we go. Right. Hi. Sorry for intruding. I was just kind of lost. She takes a moment to formulate a response before speaking. Every action she takes feels as if it's carefully choreographed beforehand. Care to take a seat? Unexpected, considering that I'm intruding upon her. Thanks. I slowly step towards another seat opposite her, the girl resting the teacup and saucer on the wooden table in between. And I'm just gonna switch gears real quick. This is definitely going to be returned because it's not all that comfortable at all on the ears. Oh, my poor ear. Probably going to lose blood circulation to the poor fucking thing. Anyway. The way she doesn't track my movements with her head is telling. That and the slight cloudiness to her eyes means she must be at least partially blind, like Kenji. Come to think of it, her voice doesn't have any detectable accent either. I guess she must be half Japanese. As I take my seat, her composure takes me slightly off guard. Her air of relaxed confidence makes the silence entirely comfortable. The calming atmosphere is so very different from the student council office. I take it you're a new student to Yamaku. Yeah, I transferred in yesterday. I get the distinct feeling my speech patterns don't match the formality of hers, accentuated by her restrained bow of greeting. One which I hasten to match before realizing the futility of the action. I'm Lily Sato. Pleased to meet you. Lily Sato. Lily Sato. Okay, Lily Sato. Sorry. I like to pronounce my names correctly. Hang on real quick. sorry about that. I'm Lily Sato. Pleased to meet you. Hisao Nakai. She gives a nod before gesturing roughly in the direction of her teacup. Would you care for a drink? Sure. As much as it pains me, I can't keep step with the formality in the proceedings. She gives me a kind nod, taking the request in stride. Without another word, she steps off the chair and prepares a second cup of tea from a collection of supplies laid out along a shelf. A brush here, a brush there, her left hand often lightly touching the side of whichever container she's pouring into. It seems to be a process she's followed dozens of times before. As I lean sideways to see around her back, she seems to be using her long, dainty finger to measure the right amount of water in the cup. It's one thing to see the different disabilities the students in my class have, but it's quite another to see how everyone seems to adapt. Shizune and Misha have no problem working together to communicate to me, and I screwed that up. And Lily herself seems to have workarounds for problems I'd never thought of. God, I'm fucking up so much. While I feel slightly guilty about her doing the work, she seems pleased to be following the correct process of the offerer preparing the drink. So, her soft voice brings me out of my silent observance. Actually, I think I'm gonna pause right here, guys, because, let me see, what time is it? It's sort of like 9:30 already, and seeing as how tomorrow is like a school day, I sort of have to start going offline. So I thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry, I'm sort of like unwrapping the paper here. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. And if you also like my videos, also make sure to subscribe. Also check out the description below, because there's going to be a lot of things that I'm going to link to that you can click on. Like my channel, sorry, I sort of went out of the camera frame, things like my channel, my Twitter, stuff like that, and also the other many other different people. Oh, and in one of my videos, I did a shout out to a friend of mine, his name, The Jamboree. It seems like he's changed his Twitch account, so I'm going to put the new one in the description below, and I'm also going to change the link to his Twitch in the video I posted on, sorry. So his new link is twitch.tv/I'mJimmy, and I'm going to put that link in the description below, so you guys can definitely check it out. He usually live streams daily, so you can be sure to check out new content from him. So anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I'm Unreal. See you guys next time. Bye!